Hello, my name's Toby Thompson. I'm here today with DBA student Soren Porsko, who's looking at program management. Why programs aren't following prescriptions that program management academics tell them to follow?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, what I'm looking into is why programs and program managers are not adopting the practices that are already out there. And the reason that I'm looking into that is that, to put it a bit into context, I work as a consultant with big programs, rollout programs of processes, global programs, and we have a lot of practices, promising practices, best practices already described, and we actually know what to do mostly, but we don't do it anyway. So that's a bit of tricky, because we think that we can go out there. When I go out as a consultant, I discuss with the managers, we find out they should do this and that, and they agree, but then they don't do it.
Surely not like like a script. I mean, they follow this, then they do that, then they do that. That sounds a bit prescriptive.
Yeah, it is a bit prescriptive. It is. It could be that they should do some risk management, they should do benefit management on their programs, and so on. And we agree how to do this, and all are in agreement with this. And anyway, at the end of the day, it turns out that we forget about it.
So I guess you're saying that it's promising practice for a reason. It kind of works.
It kind of works. We believe it works. We have seen it working other places. So we know it works there and there, so it should also work in this setting.
That sounds fantastically relevant research. Tell us more about how you research that. Do you talk to program managers? Do you talk to program management academics?
I go out and talk to program and program management teams, the managers, the sponsors, the PMO heads, and discuss with them what are you doing, how are you adopting the practices, and maybe also why are you not adopting them when you actually say that they would help you.
So you come back to Cranfield with your supervisor and your panel team to go over what the responses to those questions are, in contrast to a body of knowledge. How are you measuring that?
I go out, I have set up some cases. I have actually invited my clients to come here to Cranfield. so there's a kind of common agreement here that I bring in my clients and I do the research with them, and then we do some cases with the client, right? And in that process, I compare those different cases with each other to see what are they doing in this case and what are they doing on that program, on that program. And then we find out maybe over here it is because it is a lack of knowledge. They actually don't know, even though they say, yes, we should adopt benefit management, but they don't know exactly what is it.
So surely
benefit management.
That's surely, sorry to cut you off, that's surely interesting for Harvey Mailer, who is your supervisor for this one, that he gets to see real life clients and kind of work on them with the theory that he's got.
Absolutely. And he's the one that started on that stream of research looking into why are programs not adopting. So he already found some of the factors, but there are probably, we know that there are more factors than we have found, and we have only scratched the surface, so to say.
So would let's say a PhD program on this similar thing, a PhD course of study, would that be not relevant to this? You need a DBA because it's more practical oriented?
I think that you need to go out and study actually what is going on here, because it is very practical related. You need to go in and look into the practice, see what are they actually doing, what are they telling you that they are doing.
Which a PhD process may not do.
They may not, and that may not. That's the reason that I actually chose to go into the DBA, and then I have my one foot in practice and the other in research, right? So that's why I took that road instead of the PhD road.
And why Cranfield then?
Cranfield because we have the International Center for Program Management, and it's, I think, to my knowledge, it is the only center that actually looks into programs and how they are managed. And it has a brilliant faculty. I knew some of the faculty members before I started.
So they help you to refine your questions, your areas of your topic of study?
Absolutely.
And your peers as well, your peers on the DBA program?
The peers on my DBA program, we discuss all kinds of, we discuss each of our topics, and of course I also get knowledge from how are they practicing, although it's not all of them are not in program management, but then they are practicing something else that they try to adopt. And some of those factors they are facing that prevent them from adopting are also the same that we'll find in program management.
So someone watching this film thinking about doing a similar thing to you, what would your advice to them be?
I think I would advise them to think twice, because it is really hard work, really hard. You have to think about your family, about your work life, and that the research in itself is very demanding. And when you have thought twice, then you just follow your heart, so to say, because if you know by heart that you have to do this, then you do it.
That's quite a story. Soren, thank you very much indeed for your time today.